Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. So I'm starting a series, Frugal Tips and Tricks to Saving Money. Now it's going to be on, I've come up with at least 6 areas to save money on. And if you have any that you want to have tips and tricks to save money on, you can put it in the comments below and I will be sure to cover it if I don't have it already on my list. So what I have is food, water, electricity, gas, non-perishables, and I think I'm going to throw gas, like for your car, in that category as well, and clothing. So if you can think of any other area that you want frugal tips and tricks for saving money in, just put it in the comments and I'll be sure to cover it. So the first topic is going to be food. And with all the series, some of these things you might have heard of. Some of these things are going to be new to you. Some of these things I might not even have heard of that I see or read in the comments. So we can all share and learn from these series. So starting with food. So obviously this is a oldies weekly ad flyer and pretty much all the grocery stores have them. So the first thing to note about these ads is the first page or so, depending on what ad it is. And the things that are on the first page is what they call lost leaders. And basically what they are is really deep discounted items that they're essentially taking a loss on just to get you into the store in hopes that you would buy more than what they call the lost leaders. And this sometimes works. For me, it doesn't, because 9 times out of 10, I'm going in the store just for the lost leaders, because those are where the most savings are. So I'm in the Midwest, so my major grocery stores are Kroger and Myers. Now, they have a actual store app where you can go in and clip digital coupons. Does anybody do paper coupons anymore? I don't know if they do. In the day, I used to, but I don't anymore. Digital is the way to go. Less paper, less worrying about matching up. It comes off automatically when you put in your rewards number, usually your telephone number. So sign up is usually free. They do have some where you can actually sign up for a membership and get an even deeper discount. I know Kroger does that. And as you can see, I'm recording this and posting it on April 1st. Kroger's actual membership for the $59 is going up by $1 on April the 10th. So if you want to sign up for this particular membership program, you might want to do it before April 10th. So as for Myers, the rewards program is M-Perks, and when you sign up, so for every $1 spent, you get 10 points. And then you can redeem that for different items, or say $5 off your next order, depending on how many points you redeem. So they all have their own little gimmicks and different rules for their programs, but pretty much everybody has them. Well, the grocery stores like Walmart, Target, they don't really have it. They have other stuff, like if you do a pickup order, they do discounts. So every store has some sort of rewards program that you might want to look into, because majority of them are free. If not, the general one is free, and then maybe the upgraded ones you would have to pay for, if that makes sense for you. So the next tip I want to talk to you about is an app, and it's called Flash Foods. Now they post discounted items at grocery stores. Say the box might be damaged, or it might be nearing its expiration date, or fruit that might have a bruise, or maybe missing a couple of, say if it's a 6-pack, it might be 2 that was damaged or rotten and they threw it away, and now it's only a 4-pack of whatever it is, that they will list it on this app for a really discounted price. So this, as far as I know, covers the entire US and Canada. So you should be able to find a grocery store that participates with this app in your area, hopefully. I know I can in my area, and hopefully you can too. Buy in bulk when you can. It's usually cheaper unit price than say buying in smaller quantities. If it makes sense for you to buy in bulk, that's probably the best way to go. The best way to definitely save more money on things. I use Azure Standard for most of my bulk buys. Sometimes I will even use my local farmers market. Think about the farmers market. Now that's going to be smaller quantities. You're probably not the best price, but you're going to get a really good quality and you're buying local. So you're supporting your local communities. So my next tip is grow a garden. Whether you have a semi-big backyard or a big backyard or sprawling space where you can grow a garden, then grow a garden. If you're in an apartment or a small house where you don't have a lot of space, you can still grow a garden. Do container gardening. You can grow in a sunny window. There are so many ways to grow a garden, and yes, it can be expensive. So my couple of tips to you for that is check out your local library. My local library actually has a seed area where they actually give away free seeds, and I mean there was such a variety. You could definitely do a full garden with it. Join a seed swap. That's one way to get seeds for free. Area, they actually collect yard waste, as in leaves, limbs and stuff, and they compost it down into compost. But as you can see, I'm a little late to this party, and it's pretty much all gone. I got a little bit, but not as much as I wanted. But I will make do with what I've got. But this is a local park, as you can see. But they also have a gardening club here where you can either, I think, rent a space or take care of a space. And you can grow your own food here. So in my area, if you don't have space to garden, you could probably find something like this, like a gardening club. So my next stop was to an organic farm, and I came for this in particular. This is horse manure that I'm going to compost down and put into my garden. But they also had firewood if you needed that, as well as wood shavings. So now to get everything home. So now that you've grown your garden, or you have bought in bulk from someplace like Azure Standard or your local farmers market, and you saved all that money on food, don't waste it now. What do you do once you've grown your food, you brought in the harvest? You need to preserve it. And that's my next tip for you. Preserve your food. Learn how to preserve your food, whether it be through canning, freezing, dehydrating. And here I am canning up some chicken that I got from my restaurant supply store, and it was $1.49 a pound. My stock up price was actually $1.50. It used to be 99 cents. I haven't seen that price in years. So when I saw $1.49, I hopped on it and I got 40 pounds of chicken. Eat at home. Learn how to cook and bake from scratch. You can even cook or bake double the amount and freeze a portion of it, or you can eat leftovers. I know some people don't like to eat leftovers. If you take your leftovers and repurpose it into something else, I usually do maybe a casserole if I have some leftover meats or veggies or something like that, or I do a soup out of my leftovers depending on what they are. That's one way to repurpose leftovers. Put them in the freezer for another day and they become a new meal a week from now, 2 weeks, a month from now, or whatever the case may be, when you want to pull them out and use them as a meal. You can also try new spices, new dishes. Come up with something you've never done before. Just break up the monotony. You'd be surprised. So my next tip is have a budget. This could be pen and paper. This can be on your phone, in a computer, whatever the case may be, wherever you want to record it. This is something you're going to have to look at and decide for yourself and your family how much your budget will be every week, every 2 weeks, every month, whatever the pay period is. And this is going to be different for every single one of us. It's going to be unique to you and your situation. So my next tip is meal planning. Now this can be easy or it could be hard. It depends on how you go about it. So say for instance, this week you look at your flyer, your sales flyer, and there's chicken on sale, but you want to have steak or whatever. Really, when first starting out, you want a meal plan around either what you have in your pantry or what's on sale that week. You don't want to go out and buy full price beef because that's what you feel like. Meal plan around what's in your pantry and what's on sale that particular week. Beef will come around again, and then you can work it into your meal plan. Next tip is know the food cycles. Basically, food goes on sale in cycles. Say for instance, baking items, your flours, your sugar, spices, pumpkin, whatever it may be. It usually goes on sale around Thanksgiving and Easter. So about now, coming up into Easter, you're going to get your butters and your, maybe not eggs, but flour, sugar, that sort of stuff. It's going to go on sale around Thanksgiving, just before Thanksgiving and around Easter, because they know people bake. Other times of the year, you get different items going on sale. And it's usually about 6 to 8 weeks, typically. The normal things like your veggies and pastas and rice, you'll get a good sale if you can find it. And you maybe want to stock up from one sale to the next. So you want to know what cycles that particular item is in. And there are many other channels out there that will go into the stores and show you the prices and tell you what the prices were. And sometimes they will give you whether it's a good deal or not. That's something you're going to have to decide for yourself. And that's the next tip. Knowing your stock up price. What is your stock up price? What are you willing to pay for that particular item? And is it a good deal? Now, it depends on what part of the country, what country you are in, as to what that price will be. Because I know here in the Midwest, our prices are different than they were in, say, New York or the California or wherever you may be. The prices can be different. So you need to know what goes on sale, when it goes on sale, and what your stock up price is. So my next tip is to use rewards apps. Now, I'm showing you my 3 that I like to use, but there's so many out there. It is a plethora of different apps you can get. These ones specifically are free. Now, they work a little bit different. My favorite one is Fetch Rewards, because you could just download any receipt and it gives you points that you can then turn around and redeem for gift cards. I use Barnes & Noble. I will say I'm a book junkie, but yeah, I am. I will buy books every day of the week if I could. But I've done Target gift cards, Walmart gift cards, you name it, I've probably done it. But yeah, so app rewards, Shopkicks, Ibotta, and Fetch Rewards. And I just noticed Fetch Rewards has changed their name just to Fetch. I didn't notice that until this morning when I was making this video. But anyway, these are the 3 I like to use, and they are free. And if you want to use my referral code, I will put my referral code for Fetch in the description box below. So my last tip to you is when you're in these grocery stores or even in the pharmacies, wherever you are shopping, look for the clearance section. I was in Dollar Tree and I actually went over to the Kroger's, which is like 2 or 3 doors down from my Dollar Tree. And I was just looking around. I want to see what the prices are now in my area because I haven't shopped in so long. But I always check my clearance section and I found these 3 clearance items. Now this is Irish Spring Original, and I don't know why this is on clearance because this is a new bottle. It's the new, they changed it several years ago to a different top, and now they changed it to this top because that other top used to open. I actually lost a half a bottle of body wash in my vehicle because of that top years ago. And now they changed it to this one. My only thinking is they're going to be changing the size. That's what I'm thinking, because this is one of the new bottles that they have changed to. And I found it on clearance, $3.05. It's regularly, can you see that? $5.99, so $6, so almost half price. So that's my thinking on that. And then, of course, diapers. This is the size I needed. and they were both on clearance. Why the two different prices? I don't know. They're the exact same diapers, but you know what? I was happy to have them. And yeah, so remember, check your clearance section. Don't go out of the store without looking in your clearance section. And they can be in several different ones. This was in like the dry goods area where you have all the dry goods. And then you have like the fruits and vegetables. And then you would have like the meats, maybe the dairy in another section. So look around, see if you can locate where your clearance sections are. Because there may be at least more than one for whatever items are on clearance. So at the end of each particular whatever topic we're talking about, this case is food, I'm going to show you some of the receipts I have for that particular topic. So these are some of the receipts I had over the last 3 months. I've been restocking my pantry after 2 years of no grocery store, and after my initial $1,500 to restock my canned food and my canned fruit and vegetables, I probably spent about $800. I don't typically budget the way people would think budgeting. I know how much I have to spend, and after everything is done, I don't specifically, because my pantry is fully stocked once again, I don't say, oh, at the beginning of the month or at the beginning of the budget, I have $500 for food. No, I don't do it that way. I pay all my bills, and whatever I have left, that's after car insurance, whatever else bills we have, electric, gas, water, whatever it may be. After that, after savings, we do save some every pay period. After that, what we have left over, say it's $2,000, for instance, give you a nice round number. So from that, I would say this amount will be allocated to food. If I didn't have a pantry as fully stocked as it is right now, I would probably do it a little different, but I do it at the end because I don't need as much as somebody that's just starting out, because my pantry is quite stocked, and I do have my starts going for my garden come gardening season, because today it's freezing once again. But that's how we do our budget for our groceries. We don't take it out at the beginning. Whatever we have left over at the end, we allocate some of that towards stocking up and our per se grocery budget. So this is some of the receipts I had over the last 3 months. And it's about $800. I just rounded it off date. It was 700 and whatever. So I just rounded it off to 800 after the 15 that I spent to stock up on the canned food. So yeah, this is the one that really hurt me, BJ's. Oh, wow, nearly $130. It was those food saver bags. I was getting them at Walmart, but I can't find them at Walmart for some reason. So when I saw them at BJ's, I was like, oh, I needed one, because I had just opened up my last one, and I was like, oh, I'll get one. And literally, I know how much I was paying at Walmart probably about 3 years ago now. And yeah, that's with a discount. It is $29. Wow. Yeah, that really hurt. That really hurt a lot. So anyway, $29.99 to be exact. So yeah, I know I was paying under $20 at Walmart, and it's the same size, because I have the old box from Walmart and I have the new box from BJ's, and that's how much it's going up in 3 years. It's nearly double. But anyway, on to the next thing. Yeah, so this is some of the receipts from my food from the last 3 months, January, February, and now it's the 1st of April. So I'm going to try and get this uploaded today, because I want to do one every Tuesday going forward, and we'll see how far we get along. And if you have something specific you want me to cover for tips and tricks on saving money for that particular item, make sure you put it in the comments below, and I'll be more than happy to cover it if I haven't got it on my list already to do. And also, if you have any tips or tricks you would like to share with us on saving money on food, or food storage or anything like that to do with food, growing a garden, whatever it may be, any tips and tricks you would like to share with us, put it down in the comments so we can all learn from each other. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and click that notification bell to be notified when I upload videos. God bless, and remember, stay safe and keep prepping.